Welcome into another telecast of LMC Varsity Sports. I'm Charlie McGraw. We're here at Mamaroneck High School for a girls' soccer game between the Mamaroneck Tigers, who are 4-3-1, and the Ursuline Koalas, who are 5-4-1. And these two teams usually play very close games. Ursuline has had the edge the last couple of years by 1 or 2 goals, but we'll see what the difference can be as they have almost identical records. As I said, 5-4-1 is Ursuline, and Mamaroneck is 4-3-1. When we get back, we'll have the opening kickoff next here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, alongside cameraman Francisco Parisi, Rob Moretti, who's also the LMC Varsity Sports producer, and Gary Francois. I'm Charlie McGraw, as we are underway here at Mamaroneck, under the lights, 6:30 start after the boys' game doubleheader. They lost to Suffern on a controversial offsides that was allowed, not called.
Go, Sam.
As the Tigers are 4-3-1 and Ursuline is 5-4-1. A league game, Class AA, both teams. Ursuline in white with the blue, Carolina blue numbers. Mamaroneck in orange with the black numbers, and the officials wearing blue. Not the traditional yellow, or not the traditional white which they just started this year. The home teams now wear road colors, a la the NFL.
Well, they're not road colors, they're just colors.
Well, they now wear the darker colors as opposed to the home team white that they used to wear. Lily Deutsch is in goal
Go, Sam,
for
come on now.
Mamaroneck.
Go, Tigers, let's work.
And Gianna Creta is in goal for Ursuline.
Good ball, good ball, good ball. Come on, Corey, shoot it.
Using it there was Corinne Snyder.
Play big, City, play
A
big,
good
let's
ball
go.
there. I think it was Mamaroneck's Catherine Holton. She might have been Kendall Pazzalia, who played it in, and but Snyder lost it. They keep it in, and it goes off of. Looked like it went off of Ursuline, but from here, the Kenny Albert look-alike ref says to Ursuline. Actually, he doesn't look like him at all. But from a distance, he did. The great Kenny Albert, son of Marv. He is the same shape, and as Ursuline tries to play it in the box, they have it for a second, but it is cleared by Isabel Graham, and Simi Nambiar had it. Played it to Aiden Wood. Coach Ron Blaine, once again, the head coach from Mamaroneck. Kevin Phillip, the head coach for Ursuline. Ursuline, the all-girls Catholic school, but like Albertus Magnus and Kennedy Catholic used to be, not anymore. They are in Section 1 in Westchester. Kennedy Catholic, I think, is in the CHSA now. Geographically, it doesn't make much sense, but Albertus Magnus is that beat up my alma mater, Broxland football, this past weekend. headed forward for Mamaroneck. And then played up.
Push up, girls. Come on. Come on, Tigers! Nice, Katie.
Played up by Ursuline's Jenna
Go, Isabel!
Chirella.
Good play.
Kicked out by Isabel Graham. And first shot of the game will be saved by Lily Deutsch. Long range shot, saved by Deutsch. One was taken by Mia Sawa. Off of Mamaroneck, it'll go to Ursuline. 6 minutes gone by. Just the 2 shots for Ursuline. No shots yet for Mamaroneck. Kicked way out off of Caitlin Spiridellis. Familiar name at Mamaroneck. Her brother Jack, Captain Jack, played for Mamaroneck. Was one of the best defenders I have seen. And I played a lot of soccer myself, but he was very good defender was Jack Spiridellis. I think he graduated, 2 years ago? Yeah, he was one of the best players Mamaroneck has had in Rob's tenure at LMC. At least defenders. It's hard to rate the defenders against forwards, and goalies and stuff, but definitely one of the best defenders in the LMC era.
Good job, Aiden.
Ball is looks like it's very old that they're playing with. It's white, but it's almost brown, like from how old it looks. The white and the black stripe ball. Played in. Ursuline has it here at the 40. That was Laurel Avansky, one of 3 captains, Lily Flynn and Bella Galdabini for Ursuline. No captains listed on the Mamaroneck roster. This is our one and only regular season game for Mamaroneck against Ursuline. Of course, if they have a home playoff game, we will. I think Rob would make that a priority 1 probably, because of only the one game we were supposed to cover their game 2-3 weeks ago, but they switched it, and we have a conflict that day. Right? They didn't cancel. They just switched the date.
They switched it, then they canceled it.
So they just canceled it? Oh, who's it supposed to be? Yeah.
Carmel.
So they just canceled it all together? I guess Carmel had a conflict out of league, yeah, so that was canceled against Carmel. So this is the only game we're covering in the regular season. But if Mamaroneck keeps their pace, they could have maybe not an out
Bracket or a first round.
an out bracket, or I mean they'd have to host the first round game. You probably have to have 6 losses max. They're 4-3-1. So that means you need to be an 8 seed, maybe 7, depending on your bonus points and paraphernalia. Whatever. I mean, the extra thing is right.
That's all it is. Bonus.
It's points. Yeah, it's extra. It's bonus points, extra. But the bonus points is basically the opponents you play,
Right.
even if you lose. So I don't know, yeah. First thing is here. They're not yet halfway. I mean, 4-3-1. They had a game canceled. Usually they play 16-15. So they'll only play like 15 games probably. Usually they play 16. They had a game canceled, so they'll have 7 more. So they're more than halfway through here on October 1st as Simi Nambiar will take the corner kick at the 10-minute mark of the first half, and a good play, but a good play by the keeper. And they let her play as she gave a little rebound, did the goalie Pazacreta, but it was a handball on Ursuline. So to be played in here by Mamaroneck on the free kick that was taken by Grayson Liptak to Graham, and Mamaroneck loses it. And that goes off of Mamaroneck, but they give it to Ursuline, and Mamaroneck will. They give it to Mamaroneck even though it went off of them. Shocking. The Section 1 refs made a mistake.
There you go, Emily, you go.
Sure, Rob and I will be long gone, but eventually, high school sports might. It's just crazy to think about it, but replay. No, we'll be gone for years. It'll be 200, 300 years from now, but you never know. That's what I was thinking the other day when I was playing tennis, that like these clubs in 200, 300 years for like member matches and stuff, they'll have the replay cameras in. Although it probably won't even happen. And it goes out as Mamaroneck will concede a goal kick as Ursuline will get it. Short kick by the goalie. Pazacreta, stopped in by Mamaroneck, but then Ursuline plays it forward. And Sydney Wise touch will kick it out, and it'll be thrown in by Fiona Mills, sophomore. And it's kicked up by Wise touch.
Up the side. Good ball.
Played up by Katerina Orfanos. Simi Nambiar will get a corner kick. And they don't like the call. It looked like it. Yeah, it might have been. That was close. It looked like it was that Simi touched it, but she did a good job of selling it at least. But the ref was right there too. No excuse. It's close. Hopefully, Gary got a good look at it. And that was a good ball by Simi Nambiar to Emily Moricade, but she could only volley it about 5 yards forward. Simi Nambiar wins it, plays it back, and offsides. Where was that call in the boys' game before, right?
Lily.
kicked forward and cleared by the defense for Mamaroneck, and they'll try to turn it into offense, but it's headed away by the Ursuline defense. Lily Flynn, one of the captains, played it forward to Mia Salov. Played up to Darcy Tyler.
Well done, girls. Come on, Aiden. Chase it down. Don't stop. Good work, Tigers. Great work, Emily. Good luck.
Out of bounds to Ursuline. They'll play it forward. Foul called against Fiona Mills, and it'll be a free kick for Ursuline. For Mamaroneck. Foul against Ursuline. And it'll be taken by Grayson Liptak, senior. And she played it right to teammate Emily Morikay, but she played it forward and Ursuline defended it. Simi Nambiar plays it high in the air, comes down and headed forward by Katerina Orfanos off of Ursuline. It'll be a throw-in for Mamaroneck with 23-25 left in the first half and no score. Aiden Wood will come out for Mamaroneck. Third sub.
Excellent. Thank you. Everything good?
So Simi Nambiar heads it forward towards the goal, and a save made. Good anticipation by the goalie, Pazakreta, and she makes the save as Nambiar's header was looking for a teammate. Corinne Snyder was there, but she was beat into the ball by the goalie Araforos, and that's a save number 3 for Deutsch, and Pazakreta has 2 saves. Short punt intercepted by Mills.
You got room.
And then intercepted back to Mamaroneck's Morikay.
Again. Oh, she's got it. Good try. Good try, Emily.
Ursuline looking to get on the board here as they bring it forward with Mills. And Ursuline will keep it in. Good play by Maria Silvestri. Looked like that was headed for a throw-in for Ursuline, but then Mamaroneck steals it here.
Good try. Good run.
21-20 left in this first half, still 0-0, Ursuline and Mamaroneck. Thanks so much for watching us here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside cameraman Francisco Farisi, Gary Francois, and cameraman and LMC Varsity sports producer Rob Moretti. I'm Charlie McGraw, and this shot will be blocked by the Mamaroneck defense before it could enter the box. Deflected, it takes a little spin, but Deutsch is able to play it off of the shot by Silvestri.
Nice try. Good hustle. Pick it up. Up and in the back. Make him pick it up.
Just looking This is the third year in a row we've done Ursuline at Mamaroneck. How about that? Or as Phil Rizzuto would say, holy cow. Last year 10-20, or last year 9-20, 8-17, and then the year before 10-20, 16.
16 was an out-bracket game.
Oh yeah, the Ursuline won. Did they win last year too? Yeah. Another corner. Fourth of the game. Nambiar runs over to take it. Actually, third of the game. All from Mamaroneck.
It's a throw.
Actually, it went out before. It's a throw-in. The way it was signaled and the way Simi Nambiar went to take it, it looked like it was going to be a corner. Couple cleared by Ursuline. Now only have the one forward, and now the rest of the midfielders go up. Ursuline trying to trap an offsides trap, and they can't, and they deflected it off Mamaroneck though, and they get the throw in 19 minutes to go in this first half, more than halfway through, and Ursuline. Mamaroneck plays it. Ursuline has it. Turn it over. Intercepted and cleared up by the Tigers. Another sub for Coach Blaine. Getting harder to see the numbers as we're almost pitch black. With the way the lights are low for the neighbors' sake. Can't really, on the far side of the field, the way it reflects, it's very tough to see the numbers on the far side of the field. That's where there has been 4 subs for Mamaroneck. Ursuline hasn't made a sub yet. Cleared by Ursuline. And they'll play it back to the goalie, and Deutsch will kick it out of bounds for a goal kick. Being a goalie myself, those were always panic times where they cast it back to you and you're getting forward is running at you. This worst nightmare is to play it right to the defender. But Deutsch, I mean, you don't want to give them the other team the ball, but it was fine what she did is she kicked it out, and now they got a goal kick after it. As they play it up to Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck will play it up. Simeon Nambiar plays it to Holton. Oh, just offsides goes Nambiar. Just offsides.
Good look, Tigers. Nice job, Emily. Good idea. Way to flip that field and turn it. Go, Bill. Go, Bill. Good work, ref. Way to get there.
It was a good call as Nambiar was just like half a yard offsides, offsides, but it looked like she was. It's easy to pick out the mistakes by the officials, but also it's good to throw in their good calls. that was an offsides by an inch. As Ursuline has a good trap by their defenses. They've caught Mamaroneck. They've caught Mamaroneck offsides 3 times so far. And off of Ursuline, another good call by the officials. It just went off of Ursuline. And the Ursuline player, this was Julia Mia, tried to tried to keep it like it was her throwing, but the official gave it to Mamaroneck, as that one will be played forward to Nambiar. And she's covered like there's a magnet on her from Galdabini, as she had her marked right away and stole it from her and played it forward, as Mills will have the throw-in with 14:30 left in this that goes out in this first half. High ball bounces high and played towards the goal, but cleared by Mamaroneck defense and headed forward by Ursuline's Mills. Thrown in by Ursuline on the far side of the field. Played up by Mamaroneck. Intercepted and kicked hard, but right to the goalie, Dorsch.
Kick, Isabel. Oliver. Keep working, Emily. Good work. Nice play.
Played forward by Mamaroneck. And far side of the field, Katerina Orfanos gets a throw-in.
Go, Emily. Go, Emily. Go, Emily. Go, Emily.
Towards the goal, Nambiar has it, and coming out was the goalie. She was out of position, but then she runs back as the defender had
Good work, Tigers. Good work.
stopped it away from Nambiar, and now it's an easy save for Pazacreta, her third. Played to Nambiar, but a off-target pass from Tyler. Intercepted by Tyler. Playing it to Holton.
Great ball. Center. Head up. Center. Go. Simmy, look. You got time.
Emily Moricade has it.
All right. Good work. One touch.
Looking for Simi and Nambiar, but they intercepted by Fiona Mills, and she'll play it forward.
Good work,
Ursuline still hasn't had a corner kick yet. As they played long range towards the goal, and it hit the football upright, and then came right back. So the field goal attempt was no good. And it'll be a goal kick for Mamaroneck. So that was Mia Soliv. Another sub for Coach Blaney. Had a lot of them so far. Long range shot and best chance so far for Mamaroneck, the 5th or 6th, about 20 yards out, taken by the Ursuline junior, Jenna Chiarella, and it was save made by Deutsch, her 4th.
Go on. Working.
Push. Good call by the far side official. Darcy Tyler gets a free kick on the push by Chiarella. .8:25 left. And it'll be smartly kicked out by Morgan Robinson away from Maria Silvestri, who quickly throws it in. And it bounces to Tyler, who clears it for the Tigers, to Annabelle Levinson. Levinson plays it, looking for Simi Nambiar, and she keeps it in, and it'll go off of Simi Nambiar as Lily Finn cleared it off of her for a goal kick. Still no subs for Ursuline, but like about the 8th sub for Mamaroneck is coming out will be Morricade, replaced by Aiden Wood. And Nambiar plays it right back in, and Pazzacreta won't have an easier save ever as she picks it up and plays it. Still 0-0, 7 minutes to go in this first half. Ursuline has a couple more shots than Mamaroneck. Oh, 1 or 2. Better quality shots as Ursuline. And it's right in front of the goal, right on cue. And it goes off of Ursuline. So it'll be a goal kick. It's official emphasized that. Played in, cleared up by the Tigers.
Gotta be aggressive, girls.
And
Stop watching. Keep it in.
Save made by the defender. Catherine Holden played it to Simi Nambiar, who made a nice play to Annabelle Levinson. And with 6 minutes, Mamaroneck and Nambiar will have a throw in. As Nambiar will throw it towards the goal. And a good idea, but it's intercepted by the goalie Pazzacreta, as Gouda couldn't get there first for Mamaroneck. A good punt by Pazzacreta. it'll be thrown in by Ursuline's Fiona Mills. Played back to Mills. Mills has it. Stolen by Mamaroneck.
Go, Camille, go, Camille, go, Camille!
Camille Gouda. Gouda has it. Off of Ursuline. Gouda will throw it in. Off of Mamaroneck, and it'll be Ursuline throwing on the far side of the field with 4:15 to go in a scoreless game here. Mamaroneck and Ursuline both already have one tie each on the season. Mamaroneck 4-3-1, and Ursuline 5-4-1. Nobody wants a tie. You can ask coach of the game yesterday. What was that game? Where they ripped him because he gave the ball over. Oh, the Colts?
Yeah.
Colts Houston. They had a chance to basically settle for the tie and said they tried to go for it and gave it to Houston, and then Houston kicked a field goal as overtime ended. I mean, there's already been 2 ties this year in football, but since they switched to 15-10, as it's Mamaroneck has a chance here, but it's stolen away by the very stingy Ursuline defense, as Mamaroneck basically had numbers on that side of the field, but it was stolen away by Ursuline's Lily Flynn. Played up by too far.
Hey,
for
talk to her, Sam,
one.
talk to her, let's go!
Ursuline also made their last substitution about a minute ago. I mean, their first substitution. Off of Mamaroneck's Caitlin Spirit Ellis. Played forward over the head of Arden DeSico. Played up to Camille Gouda with 1:45, and she takes one step too much, and another great play by the defense. And Lily Flynn, she's been great.
Good job, Lou!
So she's been superb in the defense for Ursuline, hasn't let any easy shots taken on her goalie, Pazzacreta, and has had as much influence on the save as Pazzacreta has Flynn. She's stolen the ball from in the back there several times, away from Nambiar a couple times, there from Gouda. Another instance where it was about 3-on-1, and this one is played, and it's another play by Flynn right on cue, and we'll have our 4th corner of the game, all by Mamaroneck with 50 seconds to go, and Nambiar has some urgency, as she should, and she'll play it now with 45 seconds left in this first half, as we are still looking for our first goal in this 0-0 game. Nambiar waiting, letting precious time go off the clock, and the corner kick will be towards the middle of the box and kicked away once again by that Ursuline defense. Played back to Nambiar, 28. She was offsides. They trapped her offsides after she took the corner. She then didn't go back into onside position, and Ursuline once again gets the offsides call. Ursuline hasn't been offsides once, but Mamaroneck's been offsides about now 5 or 6 times. And they'll just settle for the halftime tie, as it'll be taken by Pazacreta. And it'll be 0-0 at the half. Ursuline and Mamaroneck. We'll be right back with the second half here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, new goalie is Lily Deutsch. I know in the first half I had said Lily Deutsch was in, but it was actually Isabel Gerwich who was the goalie. So she had 4 saves, and Coach Blaine switches her with Lily Deutsch, who will now play here in the second half. So on our roster, it said the goalie Deutsch was 11, but and Gerwich was 1. But Deutsch is wearing 1, and Gerwich wore 11. Bottom line, the goalie now is Lily Deutsch with 0 saves as she just enters, and Isabel Gerwich ended 40 minutes shutout with 4 saves.
On the bound, on the bound.
Corner kick by Nambiar, middle of the box. Could hear her say something like she didn't like it, and as it was cleared right away.
Back in net!
Lily Deutsch will clear it.
Good ball, Emily. Nice.
As that one played forward, and it'll be cleared up by
Good pressure, Curdy!
Gianna Pazacreta. That one cleared up by Ursuline. Played towards the goal, but Pazacreta will pick it up.
Go Tigers! Good luck.
Cleared up by Ursuline.
Come on, Caitlin!
It'll be played up to Caitlin Spiridelis, who will play it forward.
5 feet!
And cleared up by Ursuline. Ursuline will play it towards the goal, and it was played to Spiridelis, who will play it forward. It's a Morricade.
In the middle! Nice, then go, Emily, go! Oh, come on, Darcy. Tough, Darcy!
It's a hold. Good call by the official. He's about 15-20 yards away from it, but
here we go, Tigers!
but the good call by the officials. That was 15-20 yards away, but he was able to call it as clear tug. Looked like it went off of Ursuline, but instead they say it went off of Mamaroneck, and it'll be Ursuline ball with.
Good job, Kearney!
4 minutes gone by in the second half. Nambiar has it from a distance and no angle, so she can't take a shot, but she'll throw it in.
Quick shots, Tigers, quick shots!
Bounce it. And it'll be off of Mamaroneck, so it'll be a goal kick for the Koalas. Off of Ursuline. And towards the box, and Pazacreta makes the save to cut it off before a shot can be taken for her 4th save. Gianna Pazacreta, the junior, has not let anything by her, although most of the saves have been fairly routine. And Ursuline here has a chance. And it'll be a corner kick, first corner kick of the game for the Koalas with 34:55 left in regulation. As they do play 20 minutes of full-time overtime. Non-sudden death like the boys. Rob's least favorite kind of overtime. Full-time overtime.
Your ball, Lily, your ball.
Corner taken towards the box and went right over the foot of Fiona Mills. Lily Deutsch will handle it with ease, and her first save as the corner kick was taken by Mia Salov.
Hey, good work, Sid.
Mia Salov took the good corner kick, but it just missed the foot of Mills.
Quick shot, Sid.
First save for Deutsch. It'll be played up by the Koalas.
Don't let her turn, Emily. Don't let her turn, Emily.
Spirit Ellis plays it forward. Looking like her brother, Captain Jack, back there. Defense runs in the family.
Post, Emily, far post.
And that one played an opening here, and it is knocked away by the defense, and Morikay couldn't corral it. A good punt once again for Azzacreta. She's been good in the goal, good anticipation, and hasn't had to make any tough saves, but I've been impressed with her punts. They've all reached midfield.
Don't get lost.
Although Mamaroneck benefited on the punt there as they wound up, after the punt, getting this throw in the territory. It looked like it went off of Ursuline's head, and it will stay with Mamaroneck, a corner, as a throw in as it goes out right in front of the corner flag, right near our cameraman, Mamaroneck High School student Francisco Farisi.
Kayla, go get it.
And MBR tried to win a corner there, but the ref corrected it. And she wins a corner, so she tried to get one by
Want the ball, Tigers,
but
want it.
when she threw it in, it went off of Ursuline, so she won it anyway, and it'll be a corner for Nambiar, their 7th, 5 in the first half, and that one is just wide.
Way to go, Critty!
Corinne Snyder put it wide
Hey, shorten that up, Sim.
off of
Right two,
Cindy
what?
Nambiar's corner.
Good job, Iz.
Out of bounds off of Ursuline.
Don't get lost
Mamaroneck
out there,
ball.
Woods. Come on now.
31:45 left in this second half.
In the middle. Get open, Darcy, in the middle.
No really good opportunities yet in this first, approaching the 50th minute mark of the game. 40 minutes in the first half, and now 31 left and 31:20 left here. But there was a couple decent shots in the first half by Ursuline, but they were from a distance, and Isabel Gerwich, who was the goalie then, didn't really struggle with it. Simi Nambiar, though, has a chance here, and she's double teamed once again, and they clear it. Does that Ursuline, that really stingy Ursuline defense. Once again, Lily Flynn leading the way.
Smart play. Good play, D. Oh, good. Oh, good. Time, buddy. I don't think I've ever run as fast. Run from the city? Good ball, good ball. First was a David.
Cleared up, and Spiridelis
Quick shots.
will have the throw in.
Quick shots.
Throws it into Darcy Tyler. To Spiridelis, but she shades there and an elbow against Flint Mills. Very rare to see that card come out of the pocket in girls soccer. But that was a little aggressive elbow there. Was.
That's for 10 yards. You got Caitlin. Those white lines serve a purpose there,
And off of Ursuline will be a throw for Spiridelis. And she'll throw it forward. Stolen by the Koalas. Played forward. Off of Ursuline. And it'll be a throw-in for Mamaroneck with 29 minutes to go in this regulation game. Still locked at 0.
Good defense.
Cleared by Liptak. And cleared up by Moricade. Intercepted by Ursuline from a distance, and the shot will be wide. They said it was deflected by Mamaroneck, though, so Ursuline will get their second. Said Mamaroneck deflected it. I did not. That look. It was close, but it didn't look like it. But it was deflected, and Deutsch wasn't sure about it, so she didn't go after it until it had went out already. So second corner of the game for Ursuline, and it's a good one, and it's headed away by Mamaroneck, and that one will be good for a field goal. Actually, it might have been wide, but nonetheless, it's out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick with 27:30 left in this second half. It's the parking lot here at Mamaroneck High School. Looks like it's back to school night or something. Maybe just a meeting or something, but not all here at this one. Although before, for the Mamaroneck Suffern, a boys game, there was a lot of cars in the parking lot. Off of Ursuline.
Gotta go up the field. Gotta go up the field.
Off of Ursuline.
Pressure.
Throw in for Mamaroneck.
5. Sit, Emily. Keep working. Look at it, Sydney. Play big, Sydney. Play big.
We'll go out off of Mamaroneck, and I didn't flinch, but Rob was frightened as the ball goes into the stands. Didn't have one ball in the stands the whole first half, and then we had two, and it'll be a goal kick. Spiridelis won it, but the two balls in the last 2 minutes in the stands after not having one in the entire first half.
Check the space. Let's go. Way to fight, Aiden.
Through the first 14 and a half of the second half, not really a quality chance for either team. One shot each in the second half, but they were simple saves for Deutsch and Pazacreta.
Good work. Way to go, Emily.
goal kick.
Here we go, Emily. Win this ball.
Stolen away by Ursuline, and they have it with a 3-on-2, but Mamaroneck's defense is retreating. And the corner, Deutsch makes the save. Her second.
Okay, control it, control it.
Good punt by Deutsch.
Push. Stop dragging it back. Come on now.
Coach Carver with the assist there.
Run in front.
Off of Mamaroneck. And Ursuline will throw it up.
Time.
Corralled there. Spiridelis played it back.
Middle is open.
Ursuline
Middle is open. Use it.
steals it. Turnover by Mamaroneck. Still in, top of the box. Nambiar. And the long shot is a save made by Lily Deutsch. As one of the best chances of the game is Maria Silvestri. Third save by Deutsch. She was ready to dive to the side, but it wound up being right at her, and it's good she didn't over-dive because she was able to stay on the ground, keep her footing, and able to make the save was Deutsch after diving for it, even though it wound up being a hard shot, but it was more right at her than the side. Nevertheless, a save for Deutsch and a good one. And it goes out by Fiona Mills. And
Great save, Lily. Great save. Good job, Iz. Great save, Lily.
Isabel Graham will come out and Morgan Robinson will come in. And Spiridelis, the left-sided throw in. Legal, but favored the left side in the throw-in. Spiridelis plays it forward. Arm, handball on the arm by Darcy Tyler. Even Rob knew that. Come on, you know what I mean. Like it was obvious. You were shaking your head, he was shaking his head at approval of the ref, or that? Yeah. Oh, it was a good call. Obvious. Although one would say it was an arm, but the arm is, even though it's called a handball, you're not allowed to use your arm. Towards the box, an opportunity here, and they win their third corner of the game. Maria Silvestri. Yeah, third corner of the game, second in this half. They only had one in the first. Deutsch toward the box, and it's cleared, and it's still in the box, and they nearly score, but a great play by Spiridelis with a save on the line, as that would have been a goal, but Spiridelis cleared it as it got by Deutsch, but Spiridelis with a kick save by the defense, and it is still 0-0. Their fourth corner of the game. Ursuline is really knocking on the door towards the box. It looked like a hand, but they clear it, says Nambiar. It'll be played towards Deutsch, and she'll save it. She has Spiridelis, but she'll punt it. Short, played up.
Start going to it, Tigers!
Stolen by Ursuline. They're knocking on the door now. Who was that player on the boys team a couple of years ago? It was one of the plays of the year. He like saved it on the line. That was the header, right?
Thomas House.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't Jack, but that would have been interesting. You know, if Jack had a similar play that his sister just had. That was, I mean, she kicked it right on the line. If she wasn't there and kicked it out, it would be 1-0 Ursuline. And that was basically almost at the halfway mark as we're at 19:30 now of this second half. Played up by Spiridelis.
Don't let him settle it. Straight up, who wants it?
Ursuline had the better chances in the second half. Good save by Dorsch, and then a good save by the defender, Spiridelis. They play it toward, it deflects off, and a good play anticipation by the goalie, Pazacreta, her 6th save.
No bounce, no bounce. Time. Settle.
Spiridelis can't settle it.
Great defense.
And a nice play across by Ursuline in the box, and it is kicked out, deflected out by the defense, and then cleared by Darcy Tyler. They play it on the far side of the field, and a touch is taken out by Snyder. Tough to see the numbers.
Be an option. Go, Katie.
Orfanios will not be able to take it away. Played up by Ursuline. Kicked out by Spiridelis. Ursuline has it here, towards the box, the shot, and it's a field goal. Got to keep it in the goal area. Best chance was right in front of the goal, wide open chance for Maria Silvestri, and she puts it way high over the goal, and nothing. And Deutsch and the Tigers avoid a possible goal by Ursuline as Maria Silvestri kicked it well high with her wide open chance, basically best chance of the game, even though the result was far from the best shot, as there was a wide open shot about 10 yards in front of the goal.
Come on, move it up, Tigers, let's go!
Simi Nambiar wins a throw-in, with 16:50 to go in regulation.
Job, Lil. Here you go, Sydney. Hey, make a run, Darcy, right through the middle.
Spiridelis will throw it in around the 20-yard line.
Let's go, Kaylin, use it. Come on now. Hey, Trent, how are you? Good. You look like a full man's game. You look like a Liverpool star.
You see that Sturridge strike against Chelsea?
I see it.
That was a great strike.
Go back and get it, girls. Go back and get it.
Swing and a miss there by Robinson. It goes back and they give it right back to Mills. Mills plays it forward. She's guarded by Spiridelis. Nambiar comes back into the play, and she steals it and has it, and it goes out for Fiona Mills throwing, and they'll go out for a goal kick.
Hey, Tigers, let's go. 15 minutes.
15-15 left, 0-0,
Let's go.
and will be taken by Liptak.
done. Well done. Well done, Emily. There you go. Come on, Simi.
Well done, Simi. There you go. Well done, well done. Let's go up.
Simi Nambiar taken down, fouled, and it'll be a free kick for Mamaroneck at on their own side, but they're pushing everybody up as it'll be taken by Liptak.
Run.
Taken, kicked by Darcy Tyler. Will go out off of Ursuline, and it'll be a throw-in for Mamaroneck. Kicked up by Ursuline. And it's stolen there by Ursuline, and it'll be a goal kick as it goes off of Fiona Mills. Played by Fiona. No, Darcy Tyler. Out of bounds off of Ursuline. Simi Nambiar will have a throw in. And corner number 7 or 8 as Simi Nambiar will almost like limp over to it as she's had not an injury, but in the second half she's played the whole game, but looks like she's a little fatigued.
Stretch them wide! Stretch them wide!
Maybe a little cramp in her legs, but anyway, a good corner kick, one of the best of the game from Nambiar. Had to be played by the goalie, Pazacreta. She knocked it out as she made contact with Mamaroneck, and now Ursuline is trying to turn defense into offense. They play it up to Silvestri. She plays it, and that'll be a throw-in as they save it, because they kick it out before it would be a corner with 12:15 left in this second half, still 0-0. Good header by Tyler. Back to Simi Nambiar. She has it, plays it forward to and Pazacreta will let it go as deep as she can, but it didn't go into her box where she could pick it up, and she clears it at the top of the 18 box, and it's played forward by Ursuline. Good play by Pazacreta. She's played well for Ursuline. Foul. Injured player. Limping off will be Mamaroneck's Aiden Wood. Official grant. The sub as they'll play it here. And Mamaroneck plays it forward. Ursuline has it here towards the box, and it's not kicked out, and it's missed by Jeremina. Actually, Chiriella. Be thrown in by Ursuline's Doherty. Simi Nambiar has it. Plays it. Ursuline trying to trap him off sides. And Ursuline plays it forward too. Handball Mamaroneck, free kick for Ursuline. 10 minutes to go in regulation. It'll be taken by Lily Flynn, who's played really good defense, and a great ball by Flynn towards the goal, and it'll be saved though. Made 50-yard kick basically, and Deutsch has it. Played up by Ursuline. Very good ball by Lily Flynn, but just too long, and Deutsch was able to intercept it. Another sub for Mamaroneck. As Coach Ron Blaine makes subs galore. Mamaroneck will throw it in here.
Who wants it, Tigers? Come on! Come on, let's go!
Spirit Ellis will throw it in. Intercepted. Nambiar was open forward, but they couldn't get it to her as it was stolen away from Orfanos.
Go, Simi, that's you!
Played towards the box. So Mamaroneck has one.
No bounce. Good job.
16 seniors listed on their roster. This is the Tigers. Also, our roster doesn't have a couple grades, but all the seniors in that shot towards the goal, and she scores! Kind of like a through ball on the far side of the field, and that's scored by as Mamaroneck goes ahead 1-0, is putting it by the goalie. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, yeah, the goal scored by Katie Holton, the senior. There was a ball, basically a through ball from the defense, and then save made by Deutsch. Basically a through ball on the far side of the field. Holton got by, and the goalie came out, Pazzacrita, and it was a tough angle, and I think Pazzacrita might have came out a little too far, because that would have been a tough place to score on if she didn't come out so far. But it was a good play by Holton, and then she collided with the goalie and had to be taken out, so she scored. Looked like it was unassisted. But so Katie Holton with the goal, and the shot, and crashing though, and it's kicked out. Two great chances in a row. Corinne Snyder with the shot, and the save made by Pazzacrita. Corinne Snyder with it. And it, how is that a goal kick? It went off of the goalie. That's weird. It looked like it went out, so it should have been a throw-in for Mamaroneck the way it bounced, or a corner kick. Unless it was, I think they said maybe it went off of the player who was there for the rebound, maybe Gouda. Gouda was right there for the rebound. Maybe the official said it went off of her. Hopefully Francisco got the shot of it, but it was tough to see. And that's Ray Short headed away, 6:40 to go, and all of a sudden this one got exciting. Went from 0 to 50 in a second. The goal by Holton looked like if someone was going to score, it was going to be Ursuline, but Mamaroneck strikes, and could be their first home win against Ursuline in a couple years. Lost in the playoffs 2 years ago. They lost last year. They were 0 for 2 on LMC and at home. Spear Dillis.
Ready, come in. Come on, Karini. Everything upfield. Hey, good work, Priya. Switch the field. Don't push them upfield, Darce. No speed back there now.
Goes off of Mamaroneck.
It's all up front. All the speed's up front. Good kick.
Off of Spear Dillis, it'll go to Ursuline. We'll have to hold Ursuline off the board in the final 5:30. They've done so far in the first 74-30.
I heard this game was on. Good job, Leah.
Played off of Ursuline. And Mamaroneck will have it. 4:55 left. 1 goal scored by Katie Holton, the senior. It was like deflected. It was like a long ball that was deflected. Didn't see who assisted. Looked like unassisted. And Holton got hurt when she collided with the goalie when she put it past her. So the goalie was trying to take it from her and like took her out, and Holton got hurt when she scored it in the corner of the goal. And Simi Nambiar towards the goal. She's got to fight for it, and she does, and she has a chance now, but it's kicked out by Ursuline. That would have been the dagger in Ursuline's heart, and that would have sealed up the game. As 4:20 is left, and Nambiar nearly put it home, but Pazzacreta and the defender, I think it was their star defender Lily Flynn, who was guarding Nambiar, but it was with her the whole time and couldn't, and Nambiar couldn't get by her, and then couldn't get a clean shot off as Ursuline plays it forward. They have it here, and Lily Flynn is playing up. Their best player, Flynn, has moved up from defense to the midfield to the offensive position. She crosses it, and a nice play by Darcy Tyler to clear it up, and Ursuline will have a throw-in, but watch out with Lily Flynn playing offense. She's dominated the defense for Ursuline. She has a real good foot. That could be trouble for Mamaroneck in this final 3:30. They do have the 1-0 lead on the Katie Holton goal about with 10 minutes to go at the 70-minute mark. Good clear by Liptak. Stolen by Flynn. Lily Flynn's ball is headed away off of Gouda, and it'll be a throw-in for Flynn. And trying to draw a foul, but I won't be able to. Ursuline has it, and it'll be played up by the Koalas towards the middle of the goal. Calling it was the keeper, Deutsch, but they headed it right in front of her. You never do that as a defender. You let the goalie take it if they call it. But Mamaroneck is able to get away with it as they were able to clear it anyway. And Nambiar with a nice touch, playing it forward, and it could be a breakaway here. Corinne Snyder, and she'll shoot it, and it'll be save made.
Defense over there. Back over there. Back. Get back. Good job, Iz. Way to go, Isabel.
Yeah, Corinne Snyder took the shot, and it was save made by
Everyone come back.
save number 9 by Gianna Pazzacreta. So Mamaroneck's got to stack the defense there as the clock is running. Whose throw-in is it? Ursuline here. And just cleared up by, on a dangerous ball there by Liptak.
Well done, Leah. Well done, Leah. Shirt. That's good.
Off of Ursuline.
Good soccer, Orange. Middle of the field, Galen. Good job.
It was off of Ursuline, and Mamaroneck will get it. Spiridelis with 1 minute. We used to have the final.
Take it to the corner.
Was that just boys, where they would have the final
They changed it this year.
girls and boys? Yeah, they changed girls and boys. NBR has it. Used to be the final minute was kept on the field by the official.
Okay, here we go.
But now it's, which is kind of a bad rule because the team in front can stall and stuff. The official should keep the final 2 minutes. So like before that thing that happened on the far side, I mean, the team that's losing by 1 goal is in a big disadvantage. Like here, Mamaroneck can basically stall.
To the corner. Take it to the corner.
Telling Spiridelis to throw it is the official. So that's how they're trying to speed it up. 10 seconds left. Spiridelis to have the ball, and Mamaroneck can just waste the clock as the Tigers will win this one on the goal by Katie Holton. Mamaroneck beats Ursuline for the first time here in a couple of years, and the Tigers win 1-0. Katie Holton with the goal. Combined shutout for Lily Deutsch and Isabel Gerwich, and I'll be back to interview, pretty obvious, but Katie Holton. We'll talk to her and Coach Blaine, always a good interview here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on the postgame show with Katie Holton, and Katie, it was a good goal you had, 10 minutes to go. Ursuline had a couple more chances than you guys, and then you got free and you scored and collided with the goalie. It was, tell me about that play.
Well, Simi Nambiar sent me the ball through, and I knew it was my job to put that in the goal. And I saw the goalie coming at me, but I was just like, got to keep going. So that's pretty much it. Thank you.
And yeah, and your legs feeling okay because you got shaken up there.
Yeah.
You rarely see a player get hurt like as they score a goal and then have to come out, but that happened to you.
Yeah, I just had to come off for a few seconds, but then a few minutes later, I was like, I'm ready to come back in now.
And lastly, it was a good win for you guys. You haven't been able to beat Ursuline in a couple of years here at Mamaroneck, so that was a big win. Tell me how that feels.
It feels great. Ursuline was one of our biggest competitors last year, and this year I think we're a really different team that can move forward and really win the league this year. Back
here on the postgame show with Coach Ron Blaine, and Coach, it was a great win for you guys. It was pretty even going 0-0, and then the goal by Katie Holton gave you the 1-0 lead. Tell me about today's game.
It's one of these games. I think the girls, at times we were overcommitting to offense, and it got us away from playing our game, which is more of the possession game and building up as a team. And what happened as a result, we were losing the ball because kicking the ball. Because a team like Ursuline, they play a high defense, so you gotta play them and you gotta build, playing the ball on the outside. So there were moments of greatness, but then it's got to be the level of consistency. So we just need a little bit more consistency in our play in the style that we want to play, especially against a team like Ursuline.
And was it frustrated too? They were trapping you offsides a couple amount of times. Was that getting frustrating for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, especially things that we've worked on. We know that they play a high line and they look to catch us offsides. But at the same token, we also had opportunities. I think we had 3 one-on-ones with the going to goal. Obviously they have a speedster in the back that's able to make grounds. That made it difficult for us. But I think, we're going to commit, next time we play them again, we're looking to exploit that high defense.
And when you guys practice again, I think tomorrow, I don't think you have a game, right? So the next time you go to practice, how are you going to emphasize to more production, because you didn't really have a lot of shots today?
Yeah, I mean, we're taking each game at a time. Next we have Scarsdale on Wednesday. So obviously our game plan has got to be a little different, going into that game. So we'll go back tomorrow. We'll regroup. We'll talk about the things that we got to do against a team like Scarsdale. So the game plan is different. Each game. So if we can execute our game, play our game, keep the ball on the ground, touch the ball, I think we can always build momentum, especially in this league. I think this league. I think we're a strong team, but we just got to play our style of game.
And lastly, you have 15 seniors on your team, and a lot of seniors and a couple of good players. Oh, 12, yeah. And you have some good players like Simi Nambiar and a couple of good seniors, Katie Holton. This is a top team you got this year. Does this feel like this is a team that could have a long run for you guys in the playoffs?
Listen, we're doing some good stuff. There's certain things we've got to clean up. I'm more of a defensive-minded coach first. Soccer is a low-scoring game, so obviously we want to make sure we set up a defense that we're solid in the back, not allowing teams chances, and then we'll go from there. Obviously putting the ball in the back of the net is something that we need. Creating shots, as you could say. The game today, we didn't get a lot of shots on goal, but I think we had 2 or 3 one-on-ones with the goalkeeper. We got to capitalize. All opportunities, we got to make teams pay.
Back here in the post-game show, the final score is 1-0. Mamaroneck and Katie Holton had the goal over Ursuline, and it was a good game for the Tigers as they're 5-4-1, and Ursuline is now 5-5-1. Actually, Mamaroneck is 5-3-1, and Ursuline is 5-5-1. And it was a great game. Mamaroneck won 1-0, and a lot of people to thank for today's telecast, including the executive director, Matt Sullivan. The community sports producer is Rob Moretti. Our camera crew were Rob Moretti, Gary Francois, and Francisco. Our last of all, I'm Troy McGraw saying thanks so much for watching and have a great evening.